Hello and welcome to Jessi Fit Pilates, your home to get fit, toned, and flexible as we strengthen, stretch, and smile. And oh my God, unicorns, it is day one of my Jessi Fit Love Challenge. I haven't done a challenge in a while. Last year was sort of a whirlwind for me. So this time it's a 14-day challenge. Full details are totally on the blog, but it's day one, and this challenge is going to get all of your favorite Pilates, barre, yoga, and HIIT workouts in it with just a little bit of extra self-love advice thrown in this. Today's workout is just Pilates mat. For the entire challenge, I'm really going to try to keep the videos to about 15 or 20 minutes. Usually I wind up doing them much longer, but I know that 14 days can be a little bit of a commitment, and I know that sometimes commitments are just hard. So you don't need anything today, just your mat, or if you don't have a mat, just throw a towel down on your carpet or something, maybe a glass of water, and let's get started. Thought of the day, self-care is how you take your power back. So as you're shaking and struggling to power through your next move, just remember this is part of self-care and you are doing your best, so don't throw stuff at me, you'll just break your TV. We're gonna go ahead and come onto all fours, right? So hands right underneath your shoulders. If you have wrist or shoulder injuries or anything like that, you can always drop down to your elbows, and we're just gonna do a little bit of spinal mobility to warm up. So your hands should be right underneath your shoulders, and you're gonna send your tailbone back and look up. My arms are really straight. I know I have this, long sleeve shirt on. Maybe you can't see my elbows, but my elbows are really, really straight. And from there, I'm gonna just round my spine. So chin to my chest. I'm sending my spine up, 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 and I'm just dropping my head down. It actually feels really good. I'm gonna stay out of your wrist, push into your fingertips. We're gonna do that again. Take a deep breath in and arch your back. My unicorn horn should poke right up and my tail should poke right back. If you're wearing a unicorn horn, make sure you take a picture and tag me in it. Go ahead and round it down, 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 down. So we're just gonna go a little bit faster. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Arching the back and then dropping your chin, really rounding the back, pushing into your fingertips, stretching through your spine, stretching actually through your abs and your chest here. One more time each way, okay? Inhale. And then exhale. Right from here, I'm actually gonna bring my knees just a little bit closer together, and I'm just gonna extend one leg back and bring it back in. And I'm gonna pretend that there's a glass of water right on my lower back. So picture it right here. And my whole goal is to not drop that glass of water. So what I'm doing kind of behind the scenes is really drawing my stomach muscles in. And I'm really trying to keep my hips stable. I'm also trying not to kick the couch behind me. I might need to move up a little bit more. So, just be mindful of all the furniture around you, especially if you're in a small space in a big city. And now from there, let's just go ahead and sit back for a second. Take a quick wrist stretch. Just flip your fingers down and send your hips on back. And from there, let's come back into it, except this time we're gonna do some arm work. So I'm really drawing my shoulders back, and I'm gonna reach one arm forward and one arm back, and then bring it in and bring the other arm out, right? So I'm alternating the arms. Same deal here, my shoulder area, right? And my lower back area, I can pretend that there's a glass of water and I don't wanna drop. We're gonna go into some bird dog. So it's opposite arm and leg. Same side is doable, but it's really hard. So I'm gonna take my far away arm, it's far away from you, and my closed leg and reach them out. And now same rule as before, and I'm just tapping the floor for right now. You can raise them up, which I'll have us do in just a few minutes, but that's gonna make it significantly harder. Remember, you can always do these on the elbows. Now, if I take it up, it gets really hard to stay balanced there. Now start to alternate the arms and the legs. Make sure you're breathing and really keep your hip, right? So this hip, the one that's up, I'm really trying to reach it towards that knee. I'm not reaching it open towards the camera or towards you. And then go ahead the other side. So I really gotta work hard. I'm using my abs, I'm using the sides of my waist, I'm using my hips, and of course I'm using my arms and my shoulders. Now we're gonna hold that next one out. Just pause there for a second. Really, really, really align the body. Hand over under your shoulder, hip reaching towards the knee. And let's just pulse it up, 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 up. For 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Take it on in. Keep the shoulders back. Take the other leg and the other arm out. Raise them up. Start to pulse, pulse, pulse. So you'll see I started with the leg and then I added the arm in. We'll do about 6 more. Try to keep the hips square. Try to keep your abs in tight. Last 3, 2, 1. So bring it on in. Come off of the wrist. Let's just do a stretch this way. So bring the hands in. Back of the hand is down. Palms are up, and really just bend at the wrist. And let's do one more thing while we're there. So we can try an elevated bird dog. So arm and leg reaches out. Other arm, right? So you want to keep the knees relatively low. As you can see, that's really hard. You can tap to the floor. That'll be a little easier than reaching it on out. How about we do 8 more? And my knees are going click, click, clack, and knees clicking aren't necessarily a bad thing. Oh my God, 4. Sometimes it doesn't hurt. 3. It's not my knees that are hurting. 2. And 1. Drop your knees down. Take a quick child's pose. Inhale, exhale, slide your feet forward and lay. Let's actually start seated on your butt, heels out in front of you. Take your hands to underneath your thighs and just lift up through your chest for a second. Breathe in here and then exhale, start to melt it down, go to about there. Pause for just a second, draw your belly muscles in, come back up, lift your chest and then round back. Just a few here. After those bird dogs, those elevated ones, doesn't feel like I'm taking my self-cow power back. I feel like I'm burning my upper body out, but hold it there and just go all the way back. I'm gonna take my hands up and I'm gonna come right into a series of 5 today. So let's take your hands behind the nape of your neck and go ahead and take your knees right above your hips. Let's stay with a neutral spine. I'm really good to look at. I know it looks like I'm arching, but that's just my lower back. It's got a really big curve and I got a butt. So if your neutral is a little bit flatter than that, just keep it. And if flat back feels better for you, then you can just stay with flat back. I'm lifting up my head and I'm just gonna start by reaching one leg out and then the other leg out. Remember, you can always keep the feet really high if you're more in the beginner, but I'm reaching them out low because it's the first day of the challenge and I've got a lot of energy. How about you? So reach. Now you really want to think about pressing this leg out as opposed to just like letting it fly out. If you pretend that there's somebody you don't like in front of you, then you just kick them. That's the thing that I want you to think about. It's not just the way in, I want you to emphasize. Yeah, don't kick people though, for real. Don't kick the person next to you. I'll get blamed for that. Now you can make it a little bit more challenging by taking your hands to your knees and really stretching one leg in, but I'm really trying to keep that feeling of pushing the leg away, away, even though this leg is pulling in, right? Switch, switch, and then I'm still keeping that neutral spine. I'm still even talking. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. So go ahead and set your head down just for a second. I'm gonna come to external rotation. My heels are together, my toes are apart. Stay with that feeling of really pushing your legs out and then pulling them in. Pushing them out, in. Now go ahead and curl up your head. Let's start here, right? Let's keep the hands behind the nape of the neck, elbows wide. Let's have some fun with the legs. So reach it out, open, close, and I'm going about mat width apart. So reach, open, close, bend, push, open, close, and bend. My spine is staying really neutral. I'm struggling, but I'm trying to keep my elbows open. Let's add a little hug in there, right? Hug it in. And then if you want to reach out here, it'll make it a little bit harder. So having your hands away from your feet like that is going to increase the intensity on your lower abs. And I know why you're really doing Pilates. It's lower abs. All of us. 2 more. Reach it out, open, close, bend it in. And you can always drop your head down to modify these. Bring it in and let your head sink down. I know we may be laying down, but that's not that easy. So let's go ahead and start with the legs up today for our scissors. So I'm gonna go into a little bit more of a flat back here, but resist the urge to lift your hips on any of these exercises today. I'll let you maybe do that a little bit later. So today what I want you to do is stay with that flat back, dip the leg down, bring it up, dip it down. And my hips are staying really even. Let's have some fun. Drop the leg, bend it, and stretch it. Drop, bend. So it's like a pedaling motion, right? Drop, bend, and I'm sliding it across the floor. This will be a little bit challenging. You can keep the foot up a little higher, and then if we really want to give it a little punch, we're gonna reach the hands behind the nape of the neck and take them and curl up that head, right? So drop, in, up. And then we can kind of go into a little bit of a bicycling motion. I'm making them really big, and I'm not twisting. I'm just really keeping my head up and still for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. Let's go ahead and reverse that motion. Reverse, reverse, reverse. Keep them really high and small to make it easier. Keep them really big. And think about that push. Push, push. You want to feel it in your hips, not just your abs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way in, rest your neck. Oh my God, my abs are burning. Let's go. It's our self-care power. Okay, curl up your head. Curl up your head. This is the hard one. Lower, lift. I'm gonna say, let's say neutral here today. With the bicycle, there's a lot going on, so the flat back is a little harder to find. Maybe a little easier to find than that neutral, but here, as you can see, you really get that neutral and hold it. Hands can be at your side or behind the nape of your neck. Let's add some spice. Open, close here, up, down, open, close, up. We'll go for 4, open, close. We did a lot of these, didn't we? Down, open, close, up. And remember, if you need to take a break, take a break. Hold it open for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop on down. You can hug your knees into your chest. We're almost finished with this little ab section, and then we are going to move along. Curl up your head, and let's go with a twist. Twist really quick crisscross. Just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees all the way in. Reach your feet on forward and sit all the way up. Take a really quick stretch and then bring the feet together. Bend your knees down, and I'm gonna have you reach your arms to your sides and bring the feet in really close. And let's go into some bridges. So my feet are really close to my tush. If you slide them a little bit forward, it'll be, I think, a little bit less challenging. So play around with that, but I want you parallel. Tuck your tailbone and lift up. First round I get there, I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder blades together so my neck is not on the mat, because I don't want your little baby neck bones getting smashed into a wood floor or whatever happens to be underneath you. Most of my weight's in my shoulder blades now, and of course the work is in my hips, my butt, and a little bit in my lower back to stay up high into that bridge. Use your abs, right? Sink down through the ribs. So I'm gonna bring those upper ribs down, those middle ribs down, those lower ribs, and all the way dropping to the tailbone. And I'm gonna drop, and actually I'm gonna lift the tailbone back up and go right back into it. I should keep my hands on my sides, and I'm really using my triceps, and I'm reaching my arms long towards the opposite end of the mat, just to have a lot of support and keep my upper body active. If I'm doing this in the right way, I should actually feel this a little bit in the triceps. Now make sure your knees aren't splaying too far open. You want to keep weight in the big toes and keep the knees parallel to one another today. Sometimes I'll have you do it in external rotation. That's what the toes turn out, and curl on up. And let's just hold it there. We're gonna lift one heel, drop it, lift and drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift. Now see if you can lift the whole foot, and you can change the stance and lift the other foot, right? I drop toe, ball, heel, lift on up, right? The toe, the ball, the heel. So that's why if you can't get the whole leg up, try to just get the toes up as I started us with. And let's just hold it, extend and bend, bring it down. So it's like a little can. Okay, let's go for 8 of them. And 7, right? You'll feel this all through the back. So it's lift, stretch, bend, bring it down. Lift, stretch, bend, bring it down. My knees are still cooking. I'm not sure if that'll pick up over the music.
but they're just clicking, and I actually feel really good today. There's nothing painful about it. So I'm gonna just hold it and pulse it up, 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 right toes to the sky. If you need to keep that knee bent, keep it bent for 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that foot down, draw your stomach muscles back in. Make sure your weight's not on your neck. Extend the other leg up and pulse it up, 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 up. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna drop that leg down and I'm gonna lay onto my side and face you right away. I'm gonna bring my arms over my head. I'm gonna draw my belly muscles in, and I'm gonna bring my heels together and my toes apart. I'm gonna really stack my shoulder over my shoulder and my hip over my hip. Take your top leg up, up, up. Slowly bring it down. Take it up, up, up. You can always use your arms in any other fashion to support your neck if this doesn't feel right for you. Give me 4, 3, and I'm really working hard through my center. You'll probably notice that the bottom of my waist on my bottom side isn't touching the floor. I'm gonna hold this leg up maybe about halfway or so, and then I'm gonna lift the bottom leg to meet it, release it. Lift, lower, lift, lower. You can lift and hold it for a second. And I kind of just feel this everywhere, to be honest with you, but it does work the bottom inner thigh. 3, 2, we're gonna keep the feet together. Drop them, lift them, drop them, lift them, drop them, and that's core, waist, obliques, hips, and thighs. 2 more times. Hold it from here. Push your bottom arm into the mat and see if you can come up to your side teaser, and then slowly release on out of it. If you need to, you can do these with bent knees. It'll be a little bit easier. But I'm gonna do about 6 or 7 more on that side, right? And I'm using that bottom shoulder quite a bit, and I'm using the top obliques. You can cross the feet to make it just a little bit easier. Exhale on that up. Inhale. So there's a twisting action. I'm bending, twisting, flexing, right? You want to get technical, and unicorns don't get technical too often. We're usually too busy eating morning meal. Go ahead and reach it, and then reach it on out. Let's go for 2 more. And then reach out long, right? So you leverage that arm against the floor and your mat. Hold it up there, hold it up there, hold it up there. Little pulses, up, up, up for 4, 3, 2, and try not to die. Let's go ahead and come on to a side plank position. So let's start with the elbows bent. We're gonna lift and bend. I meant the knees bent, but lift it, bend it, lift it, bend it, take it up here. Now extend that top leg and lift it, tap all the way down, lift it, down, lift it, down. Give me 8 more. 7 and 6, and now that arm and the bottom oblique are really working for 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold it, pulse it, pulse it. You can take the arm up just to make it a little bit harder for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Set it all the way down. Let's come up through a mermaid stretch. So come into that Z sit and go ahead and just flip it and bend to the other side. Deep breath in from here, and then exhale. We're gonna swivel it around and take it right to the other side. You're gonna lay all the way out on your mat, and you're gonna stack everything on your top side directly over. What I mean by that is that you're not gonna swivel that hip back. There's a line connecting my 2 hip bones, my knee bones, my ankle bones, or my shoulder bones. They'd go, stacked right over, not shifted and moving out. So let's go ahead and bring the top leg up, 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 and down, down, down. Make sure that the bottom part of your waist, you really want to use your core and lift it up so I'm not sinking those muscles down into the mat. They're very actively going to work to support that whole stacked hip and stacked shoulder thing I was just talking about. We're going to go for about 6 more of these. And yes, I do feel them. Exhale and inhale. I like to exhale on the way up and then inhale on the way down, but go ahead and do whatever feels right for you. Last 4, 3, 2, hold it all the way up, hold it all the way up. Yes, it does burn. Now the bottom leg, release. lift it, release it, lift it, release it, lift it, release it for 4, 3, 2, hold it, lower them both, lift. So this is where we start to build the strength for the side T's, all right? That's supposed to be up here, right? Lift and lower, lift, lower, lift it. Now lift, push into that bottom arm, lift your chest, lift your ankles, hold, slide against the floor, lean back onto yourself, right? So swivel onto your hips a little bit, flex at your waist, come on up. And then release it on down. And you can kind of crawl your fingers, bring it up, 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 and then down, down, down. Really reaching out long, abs are in. Lift up, up, up. Cross the ankles or bend your knees on this side if you need to modify. 3 more times. You're gonna bend, stretch, lift. I think I'm losing my horn. Losing my horn, guys. And down. Lift on up. And take it on down. And again. Hold it up there, hold it up there, hold it up there. Lift up through your chest. For 4 more seconds, 3, 2, 1. So now we're gonna come to that side sort of elbow position. Bend your knees, bend your elbow. My elbow's gonna line up right underneath my shoulders. My knees are bent, my feet and my knees are stacked one above another. I'm going to lift, I'm going to lower. I'm going to lift, you can take the arm up to make it harder, and I'm really reaching that elbow down as I lift from my hips and my waist. Yes, it will be a lot of shoulders, but if you're doing any sort of side plank work, you want to be working from your hips because you have more power there, right? Your self-care power. 3 more times. Exhale on up, inhale on down. Exhale on up, inhale on down. Hold it, stack the bottom knee up, and we're gonna take that bottom leg and lift it up. The bottom foot is back behind me. Reach it, lift it. Keep stacking the elbow over the shoulder. Keep the torso reaching long. Keep the abs pulled in tight. Take the top arm down if you need to modify. 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, 1. And little pulses, 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 pulse it. Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take it right onto your tummy from here. Lift your feet up, lift your hands up, draw your elbows in, reach the hands above you. Let's just do a round or 2 of swimming. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. 1 more time, inhaling and exhaling. Take your hands right underneath your shoulders. Send your hips on back. Take a deep breath in. And take a quick diamond stretch. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you can join in. I'm gonna fix my unicorn horn. Join in for all 14 days. The challenge will live on my channel forever unless YouTube shuts me down, which I don't think they're going to do. We'll go ahead and arch your back and inhale. Exhale. And inhale. So I have tons of sponsors, tons of prizes, and nothing but love for you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if it's your first time here. And join me 13 more days. A bunch of these days will be live, and there might be a few days with a spectacular amount of makeup, not just this normal Jessi makeup, but a spectacular amount of makeup. So stay tuned.